What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. I don't usually get into the gossip, but what we seeing between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B right now is a disaster. We're not talking about diss tracks. We're not talking about shade in a song. We're talking about two women dragging their children into the war. And that, to me, is the lowest of the lows. Cardi calling Nicki's son slow and non-verbal. Nicki calling Cardi's daughter a ugly roach. Do y'all understand how wild that is? Those are kids, innocent kids who did not ask for none of this. This ain't entertainment no more. This is a nuclear war with no possibility of peace. Every time you think it can't get worse, they take it to another level. And the truth is, some of the words they exchanging, those are words people get killed over. If this was two men saying these kind of things about each other, we would be preparing for a funeral, and y'all know that.
Been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. WTF is you comparing yourself to me for? Now, I'm just going to give y'all the rest of this and then we can talk about it. Nicki took it up a notch. She took it further. It no longer was about the music. She took it a little more personal, and she said, raw dog and pregnant with the fourth baby. Barney BPV. HPV.
All right, enough.
Enough. I don't like your Nicki Minaj voice at all.
No, she's putting a lot. No, these are her putting extra Y's at the end of words. This isn't an impersonation.
I just don't like.
But we don't like Mark Minaj. Mark Minaj voice is.
Okay, I apologize. Well, that's y'all read it with all the extra.
No,
letters.
try it again. Try it again with a different voice.
What we also saying is that this stuff is
it's too nasty to be.
It's really personal.
Yeah,
it's really nasty. It's really outside of music and anything that we cover as a podcast. I understand that it's hot and juicy. All of the girls are fighting. It will continue to get hot and juicy, hotter and juicier. Once y'all start talking about fertility doctors,
we gotta add
check
that.
me out.
For fairness to
check me out of this.
For fairness to Nicki, I won't read the last tweet, but Cardi did respond and accuse her of infertility and blaming different factors for infertility. I just want some people don't say I didn't read Cardi's last note.
The things that they are slinging about each other and to each other, I want no part of. Right. It takes away from my excitement even about them being adversaries.
Well, that's the thing. I love a good competition. I love a good beef. I hear
what you're saying. I can understand our stance on that as men, right? Just butting into women's arguments and conversations, but the mudslinging ain't no different from what Drake and Kendrick was doing.
It is different.
Not to me. Throwing around pedophilia and all that stuff.
But it is different if we are to believe that those brothers had a conversation at some point.
Okay.
I also think it's a little bit different when it's rapping.
Yes, but the contents of that conversation, right? Like, some people say that they offered to fight. Some people say that. So when I'm listening to this Nicki Cardi shit, that's the difference between women mudslinging and men mudslinging. Girls, before they get to fisticuffs, are gonna get really personal first. Guys might not do that. We getting right to this fight. When I see you, we gonna fight. That's it. Women, you had to go see doctor. You can't have a baby. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do a lot.
All right, you got it.
They subscribe.
That's
to
out
that.
of my ministry.
If you go low, I take it down.
Yeah. Well, it's too fire for you to really stand on one side of the fence, buddy. Right. Guess what? Guess what's happening in March? Nicki's coming with heat.
Yeah.
Guess what's happening right now? That Cardi shit is heat.
Yeah. Both going to have a fire tour. Both going to go ahead and
you say a lot. You say a lot of things that if I'm a barb, I don't want to hear none of that shit.
But you gotta hear it.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You really do not have to hear that shit.
You never toured.
You've done nothing to prove that you could be in this conversation.
Stop speaking about you like you in the same breath as me. You've never toured. You going out with 900 artists. Okay. You doing all types of bundle shit. I went domestic and international and sold out everywhere. I don't want to hear that hot shit you
also want. So you want me to pick a side at this point now? So I can't view Nick, because we went to Nicki's show and Nicki's show is amazing, fire. I now can't go to a Cardi show, whether she did a tour before, and consider it a fire show if it's a fire show. I'm not allowed to say that.
That's a totally different conversation.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You think if Cardi show is fire, I'm gonna come in here and say, yo, that shit was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
That's not what we're saying.
That's not.
We're saying that you saying they're both going to go on tour and have a fire tour. We don't know that.
Until you see one of them do it,
I get that.
We can't keep saying that they both are the same.
Nicki Minaj is a superstar. Cardi B is a superstar. Both of them have millions of fans. Both of them have influences over the world. And instead of using it to uplift, they using it to humiliate each other's children. Listen, you can beef all day about album sales, about streaming, about who really running rap. But the minute you mention someone's kids, you cross the line that can't be erased. And the sad part is, like I said, this ain't just entertainment. These words are going to live on the internet forever. Those kids are going to grow up one day and see this. They'll see their mother's enemies calling them slow and roaches. I need y'all to understand there are levels in this rap beef. And this is a level that should never be reached. This ain't just a feud. This is a war that has went off the ramp. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj will never be cool. Ever.
You ain't lying.
Even if they stood next to each other and hugged tomorrow, we all would know the truth. Some things you just can't take back. And the biggest tragedy is this. They're both mothers. They both should know the pain of having your child insulted. So how can you turn around and do it to another woman's child? Insanity. And this is where hip hop looks bad. This is where the culture takes a L. Because instead of women showing unity, power, growth, we got a circus going on. And I'm gonna say this, for their future, for their kids' future, they need to just ignore each other. Not respond, not react, not engage, just ignore each other. Because right now, the only winner in this beef is chaos. Everybody else, fans, children, hip hop, we all lose. For the sake of your children, for the sake of the culture, end this. Because what started as entertainment is now a tragedy. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.